Everyone, welcome to part 131 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions. If you don't know what this is, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, check the description of this video. It tells you everything you need to know about how to ask me questions, how I'm going to answer those questions, all that stuff. Check the description if you're interested. So all that being said, let's get on to today's comments. 2 comments today because they're both pretty short. Here we go. All right, comment number 1 has 2 questions. First question, why don't you like Magnus Chase? Guys, I've talked about this many times on my channel. I don't think the Magnus Chase books are good stories at all. Like, the characters are mostly unlikable. Magnus Chase kind of likable. Like, Hearthstone and Blitz, they're okay. The other characters, not really that great. Actually, you know what? Halfborn is pretty cool. Other than that, not great characters. And they just do the stupidest stuff in these books. Like, there's a plot line in the final book where they have to kill Hearthstone's dad because his dad turned into a dragon because he was too greedy. Like what is this? What are we even doing here? Like, I just don't like really anything about those books. I'm going to be honest. I reread those last year, or I listened to them in audiobook form, but I re-listened to them, and it was so hard for me to get through them. I'm not going to lie. I'm not somebody who's going to come on here and just praise Rick Riordan for everything he's done like some of you guys do. I will say when he did something that I don't like, and I don't like this. All right, I'm moving on to the second question on here, and who's your favorite Magnus Chase character? None of them are really that great. You know what? I'm going to go with Halfborn, just because whenever he shows up, he doesn't care about anything. When I say that, I mean, he just blurts out whatever he's thinking. He just says whatever he wants. He doesn't have to conform to what other people think. He just says whatever the heck he wants. I love him. I won't say I love him, but I like him. He's probably the best character in the Magnus Chase books, I'll be honest. All right, now let's move on to comment number 2. How does this happen? This person says, 1, what do you like the least about the Magnus Chase series? How is this possible that these two people commented like right after, one after the other, and they both commented about Magnus Chase? So what's my least favorite thing? My least favorite thing is I don't even think these books needed to exist, I'll be honest. Like, Rick Riordan was clearly writing these just to capitalize on the Percy Jackson / Heroes of Olympus books. He knew that the people who read those books would also read this Norse series if he did a Norse series, and so he wrote the Norse series. But I don't think it didn't add anything good to the world. Other than getting to see Annabeth and Percy several times throughout the books. Well, Percy just one time, but Annabeth showed up in like every single Magnus Chase book. Those were the only good parts, honestly. These books really did not need to exist, and that's the thing I like least about them, is that they are just pointless. All right, now the second question on here, what is your fave overall Rick Riordan book? I've talked about this many times. It's the Mark of Athena. I just love how all the demigods come together to start the Great Prophecy quest. It's such a good book. Followed up closely behind by The House of Hades and or The Last Olympian, because those 2 books I would also give a 10 out of 10, just like I gave the Mark of Athena a 10 out of 10. All 3 of those books are really good, but the Mark of Athena is just slightly better in my opinion. So yeah, that answers all of today's questions. Go ahead and get in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about my answers, if you didn't like them, if you liked them. If you have any different answers for those questions, let me know those as well in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for part 132 of me answering your Percy Jackson questions.